and welcome back to my desk. Today I'm doing a cloth and paper unboxing and I get this subscription with Penspiration. The disfiguration to the box today is because for the first time ever this box got stopped by customs. I live in Ireland, this box ships from the United States, and although items can get stopped by customs, it is not usual for something of this value. However, I was also purchasing the Tati Beauty palette this month and several hundred of them came through customs, and therefore boxes of this sort of size and shape all got stopped for customs duty. At least that's what my postman tells me. So it looked like there was dozens of boxes shipping, potentially to the same person, but under the cover of going to individual people, and so it all got stopped for customs. So hopefully that won't happen again, but it may see me stop this subscription after the 6 months, as unfortunately I cannot sustain the subscription cost and the duty cost as well. The duty cost was €19.95 on this, and €10 of that was in fact an administration cost. So that's a little bit rich if one was to get it every month. So I am going to remove the items from the box without knocking the camera, hopefully, and let's get into it. So this card, the sentiment is you can make anything by writing. I can certainly agree with that. As always, there is a card instructing you that the items in the box are fully described on the blog. I find that a little bit inconvenient myself, but it is somewhat understandable at the same time. Now, I had opened this ever so slightly, and I have to say that I was completely shook, as the YouTubers say, by the first item in the box. And the first item in this box is a wholly complete 2020 planner with every month laid out. I have not opened it fully. Let me do that now. Let me grab a scissors. Snip off the little thing that was keeping the pages together. And as you can see, it is an absolutely stunning pre-ring bound. So you couldn't put anything else into this. But given how well this is laid out, I mean, you really wouldn't want to. You wouldn't need much of anything else to go with it. It's a perfect desk diary. So you have at the start of the month, birthdays, important dates, and let me just draw that up, weekly habits. And then of course you have the month to view, and then the month laid out. And this is really very, very special. To get this in a subscription box, really very, very generous, I want to say is the word I want to use. It is a very sturdy cardboard. Of course, the holidays are probably American. Yeah, so that's not a problem though. And there is a slight pocket here at the front. It's very sturdy cardboard, has a lovely sophisticated finish, and that's what it is, sophisticated. And you get volume 2020 on the side. And what's really funny is it coming with or in the same postage as the Tati Beauty. And Tati Beauty is of course volume 1. So that was kind of fitting. But as I say, completely shaken by receiving this. I'm not actually that into structured planners, but hey, on my desk at work, this is going to look like I know what I'm doing. So I'm very pleased by that. Things falling on the floor. Lovely. Okay, so let's grab some of the other items from the box. Apologies, I've just set them to one side. Not very efficient of me. And some of the items do come in shiny wrappings, and something is clinging to me with the static. Let's just put that to one side. Lovely. So this little notebook is in fact the month of November. Now I do tend to get these a little bit late in the month, given that I am in Ireland, so I don't always have the greatest use for these because they arrive too late for me to use oftentimes. Or at least they don't arrive at the start, and one can get a little bit obsessed with only using things at the start. Ordinarily I wouldn't remove something like this from the packaging, but the shine is just too great. These nude dots, I saw them on the website, they are just to die for. Circles, hexagon, square, triangle, and a sort of a tape, as she calls it. Just the colours are so subtle and so lovely, and just the way that they, yeah, no, I just really, really like them. I was just going to repeat about the colours being so subtle. There's no point in repeating that, is there? I do like calendar dots. I use a lot of sort of red and green ones. And again, these ones have a slightly different texture, I want to say. Just lovely. A kind of sheen to them. I just love them. I just love them. And this month as well, by Bic, not Cloth and Paper themselves, but very much in the colourway of many of the items from Cloth and Paper. These sort of subtle, sophisticated colours. I mean, what is not to love? Although it says Cloth and Paper on it, so I am well confused. Wow, that's quite the well, collaboration, as it were, then, isn't it, with Bic? But maybe it's something you can get done. And I do love a post-it note. And as I said, the colours, I think stone is one of the colours that she refers to. Certainly it's what's coming up in the next item. But as I say, none of your gaudy pinks or anything like that. So they're really very lovely. And these page flags, which I won't bother taking out, just gorgeous, so subtle. And then the stickers for your planner. Hopefully I can get this to, so organize, donate, dry clean, laundry, shopping, store return. Well, I don't shop to the degree where I would need to do store returns, I have to admit. But still, a really good idea for somebody who is perhaps a little bit more sophisticated than myself, and more the sort of person who would certainly use the planner that came this month. Oh, apologies for knocking the camera. Now, on to Penspiration. And let's shift a few things so that we can get a little notebook for trying these pens. Again, I always film just straight, no editing, no anything. Might come across as a little bit amateurish, but frankly, I really do these as an exercise in presentation. So presentations are often given single, no chance to edit or anything like that. So what have we got here? Who have we got here? A blue ink, come on, focus, there we go. To some degree anyway. 0.5. Snow White, no idea why it's called that. Lovely thin line, you know how I love a thin line. That is a really lovely pen, small in the hand, which I appreciate. Definitely keeping that for myself. With regard to these subscription boxes, I often give items away to family members. So who have we got here? And this is a brand that has been coming through some of the subscription boxes, all right, although I'm not familiar with it myself. Are we purple? Oh, we're purple ink. Getting to that age where everything must be purple. One of the dogs has just come up behind me, so apologies if whining commences. It's a very heavy pen. Heavy weight, physically. Very metal feeling. Apologies for the lack of... No identifying marks. Oh, let's see what we've got. Oh, one of those little bobbles. Hang on. Come on, focus. Here we go. Sort of, not really. I was used to those only being see-through or black, but I've noted that on these pens they can sometimes be red or yellow. So I've stopped trying to write with them still on the pen. Great weight to this pen. Very small around the nib. Perhaps a little heavy for my hand. So watch a family member try to claim that. This very sort of sophisticated beigey champagne-y colour. Creamy sort of colour. Again, no identifying markings. This is very light, very physically light. I will say in this case it makes it feel not as sophisticated to be so light. Little trouble there starting, but that's to be expected if something has been in storage. Blue biro. Yeah, you know what? As a nice looking sort of biro, That's actually a really good sort of cheat. You know, it's just a simple biro in terms of its style of writing, but it has a little special look to it. So I do like that as well. Now, what is this pink one? Oh, as always, why do I always manage to put everything upside down the first time I show it to camera? I'm not familiar with this brand. Great pink barrel. I know I said pink was gaudy a few seconds ago. I am a contradictory person. A liquid ink pen. Let's see what color this is. It's pink. Ooh. Oh, that could be good for something. We like that. And then this one. Again, am I going to end up holding this upside down? Probably. Again, no markers that I can, say what the brand is. This seems to be a highlighter. I do love a highlighter. There goes the dog whining. Isn't that marvelous? I do love a highlighter. Lovely. Well, that is the box from Cloth and Paper this month. Really quite excellent. Slightly fewer items perhaps in terms of individual items in the box due to the sort of very generous nature of this 2020 diary. Great. Okay, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.